Welcome. We're so glad you're here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, can we have the roll call, please?
Sure. Shoemaker.
Here.
Vaughn.
Here.
Pullen.
Here.
Hofstadter.
Here.
Kahn.
Here.
Kellogg. Here.
Okay, we'll start out with our community calendar. Coming up September 5th and 6th, the weekend after Labor Day, is the Berlin Harvest Fest and Rib Cook-Off. September 11th is Our Town Millersburg Part 3 at the American Hall. September 20th, Art in the Berg is coming up. I did want everyone to be aware, Boo in the Berg will be the last Saturday of October on the 25th, and Millersburg Trick or Treat will be from 4 to 6 that evening. Boo in the Berg is from 5 to 10. So just so you're all aware. I know at the last council meeting I said that was our last bicentennial update, but we had a grandmother call and she was wondering what we are going to do with the kids coloring contest banners because they say bicentennial. She wondered if we were going to put them up in coming years or if we were going to give them to the kids after this year. So I thought I would bring that to you guys and see what you thought about that.
I think giving them to the kids is a good idea.
Give them the kids?
I think so.
Yeah.
What was it?
She said she thinks we should give them to the kids after we've had them up.
Okay. I got an ear appointment next week, so.
Awesome. So is everybody good with giving them to the kids
Yeah.
after we're done? Okay, that sounds good. Then we will do that. I'm sure she will be very happy about that. Are there any visitors wish to address council right now? All right, hearing none. Can I have a motion to suspend the reading of the minutes, please?
So moved.
Second.
Pullen.
Aye.
Hofstadter.
Aye.
Kellogg.
Aye.
Kahn.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
Shoemaker.
Aye.
Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, can we have a motion to approve?
I make the motion to approve. Minutes.
That was your second. Shoemaker.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
Pullen.
Aye.
Hofstadter.
Aye.
Kahn.
Aye.
Kellogg.
Aye.
All right, Bill Resolution 2025-19. Are there any questions on the bills totaling $273,162.56? Hearing none, can we have a motion to pay the bills?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. Khan.
Kellogg.
Aye.
Kahn.
Aye.
Sorry. Hofstadter.
Aye.
Pullen.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
And Shoemaker.
Aye.
All right, Chad.
For the administrative report, as you're aware, design review and planning and zoning, there was no August meetings. The project at Worcester Road and Jones Street, the pole was finally removed. We've contacted Melway and they've asked us to allow them to wait till probably September, 1st September to start and finish that project. Since we've had them on that long, we didn't think that was too much to ask. Happy to report the crosswalk sidewalk project at the post office is up and running. As you can see in your notes, when I did the updates, it wasn't quite complete, but it is complete now, so as of today. We have at least 3 other sidewalk and drive repairs under contract here with another contractor. One at the Bags parking lot. Some of our sidewalk is damaged and getting done. Another at the Veterans Memorial, they're putting a cut in to access a different area of that. And another one was a drive from our water main break last year. So, Airport Park, still waiting on the update for the playground equipment. If you go to old unfinished business, No Name Street, that sign has been erected, but we are waiting on the South Clay because of construction with the church to get that sign in there for the no left turn. And I was asked today, did we have time set on that last meeting? Can anybody remember? If not, I'll look back at the notes before we get the sign. So.
To have the sign up?
No, to have specific times
Oh,
on there.
I don't,
I
no,
don't think so.
no, I
Okay.
think it was just right.
Clay Street Park with the parking with Lutheran Church, I finished that, completed, the sign is up if you haven't noticed. It's the first parking spot.
Can we back up 1 second? I
Yeah.
remember Tom Vaughn saying that, and I think everybody kind of the consensus was the right turn only at South Clay or North. Wait a minute.
South Class.
Clinton.
South Clay.
Well, it'd be Clinton,
And the
yeah,
Oh, my name.
yeah. The one at Clinton, the
that
one at
one
No
we're not
Name's
talking
up.
about. Okay.
Yeah, we're
and
not
the
doing
one-
that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I
we
thought
didn't
that
do
was-
anything.
I thought
We
that
weren't
So the
doing
one-
that.
sign for that.
The one on South Clay didn't have any. It was just
still an
always going to be right
unfinished
turn.
business, so just so you're aware on Clinton.
We, as of last meeting, it still needed follow-up. We're still
Okay.
waiting for it to be completed. This finishes it, so it'll be off of there
Alright.
now. Does that make sense? Okay. I got it.
I just went
Gotcha.
through the minutes, I thought we didn't do that.
We're not doing
Yeah.
anything on Clinton, is that
No.
correct?
Sorry about
No,
that.
we're not doing
Yeah.
anything
No.
with that.
That's all right. It's not a problem, we'll save us time and money. The downtown sidewalk project, we met with the engineers and Oliver's, so Nate and I have been in contact with the engineers over the specs and things like that. The project is underway, just so everybody's aware of that. Timeline, I'm not gonna put anything on it, but within the next year, how's that? I know we're safe. Nah, it should be like by spring, so we should be good. Street signs from ODOT's, I contacted them. The signs are here at the Holmes County Garage, and they will be placed up, well, now within a week, so.
Good.
They had a paving project going on, or they'd already been up, so they're gonna oops everything and get them up within probably the next week. Any questions or concerns?
I'll make a comment on the street department with the pedestrian sign by the post office. Nice job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
it's-
did really good. They worked hard.
It looks good. I think it's up higher, a little more sight
Yeah.
awareness, because that was always my concern with the parking spots there, but that sign's up above most vehicles, so I think
Cars
it's,
were stopping.
Yep.
Cars
Yeah.
were stopping.
I used it today.
so it's bright and it's alert, and so that's what you needed.
I did talk to the postmaster today, and he wanted to know if the mailboxes are gonna stay where they are, if we're gonna move them back.
I looked at that, yeah, actually, as I came in, just in case somebody had a question. We originally moved them up there, they fit, but I think we can bring them west back towards the street a little bit and still not affect that. My concern was that first parking spot. We don't want people going over too quick to get, rear end somebody or something. But no, we'll look, I'll actually meet with the postmaster and see where he wants them and we'll put them there. It's not a
Okay.
problem.
Perfect.
It's not bad there.
No,
It's a little east, it's a little
It is
far
a
east
little,
from what
yeah.
because I dropped the mail off at one day, but, it's a little far east. I
Okay.
think we can come closer and stay away from the sidewalk still. So, but it's nice, big and open and
Yep.
alert.
That's nice. Good. Is that all you have?
That's it.
All right, thank you. Chief?
Give that back to you, I have my own, I promise.
The only thing I have is, it looks like, I don't have all the details yet, it looks like September 20th, which is Saturday, is gonna be the Transport for Christ Truck Parade. They have a new company handling it. It sounds like it's gonna go from the fairgrounds east. But I have a meeting the first weekend in September. I'll get all the information and have it for the next meeting. But it'll be the 20th, and I believe they want to start at like 6:30. So
That is Art in the Berg, just FYI. Just so you know.
Gonna have a bunch of things.
Yep. There'll be people down to watch. All right, thank you. Bobby?
Right, everyone acknowledged the July financials. We had a budget and finance meeting this past month, and I presented a draft of the budget, and I think I included that in the packet. So wanted to make sure that you guys didn't have any questions. There's more detail available to you too. There's a line by line kind of breakdown of the budget too, if any of you would like to see that. But I think that the committee, what we decided is to leave it as it is, and then appropriation time's right around the corner here in a couple months, so we'll be tweaking expenditures for 2026 during that time. Any questions right now? That's it?
Okay. Bob? Mm-hmm.
We need to pass a resolution after 3 readings. It's in the packet for the opioid settlements with 8 more pharmaceutical companies, and designate Bobby as the authorized signer to the participation agreements. And then, and Bobby may already know this, but I did a little ChatGPT research and copied some things off the internet on how to access the funds. So you may already know.
Thank you very much.
You may actually yourself with that.
Okay.
And so, okay, the trailer park, we had an offer, and then they backed out. Then we had another offer, it's looking really good. They also backed out. So we have no buyer right now. So I guess there are 2 other buyers that are sort of waiting in the wings that haven't really made an offer yet. The receiver is somewhat hopeful. I talked to the second buyer today and just asked him why they backed out, and it was because in the advertisement it said that there were 84 lots available, and they based their financing and everything on 84 lots, and that's how much income they could produce and all that sort of thing. And when in actuality there are only 76 lots, and so they backed out, which is disappointing because those owners would have been really good to work with. Sort of back to the drawing board there.
Out of curiosity, Bob, were either of the buyers that backed out, were either of them at all local?
No.
Okay.
No, one, well, the second one is from Massachusetts,
Okay.
but they did come twice to see the property. Chad, Nate and I met with Brian, is his name. We were all very impressed with him. Seemed to be a really upstanding guy, honest, not in any way, shape, or form like the previous owner. So we were encouraged about that. And he had pledged to spend $300,000 to improve the park, which was great. And now here we are. We're back to square one. So I thought that it would be sold by September. Who knows when it's going to be sold now? And of course, the residents are very disappointed because they're thinking, you know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel here, the park's going to be fixed up, et cetera. And it will be, but just not yet. I found out we need to tweak the indigent burial policy because of, unbeknownst to me anyhow, instead of having one gravestone in the middle of the 2 graves, there's going to be 1 gravestone on gravesite number 1 and then nothing on gravesite number 2. And the policy is based upon an assumption that it's going to be right in the middle. It's also based on the assumption that there were going to be 48 sets of cremains buried initially, and then, because that's all we knew about, and then after that there would be more cremains that would be added, probably in gravesite number 2. And instead there were 72 sets of cremains. So we need to, and I've been talking to Ted Money and also Pat Miller. We'll work it out, and it'll be fine in the end. You all hopefully got my letter of resignation, and I just would like to read that just for the record, just so the folks at home know what it says. It says, Dear Mayor Hoffey and members of the Village Council, since February 1997, it has been my honor to serve the Village of Millersburg as its solicitor. It has been a privilege to contribute to the legal and civic life of the community over many years. Currently, however, I have found that changes in the working environment have made it increasingly difficult for me to carry out my duties in a way that aligns with my values of mutual respect, trust, and effective communication. In addition, at 74 years old, I feel a growing personal need to prioritize time with my family and to make space for other responsibilities and opportunities in my life. Accordingly, I am formally resigning from my position as solicitor of the Village of Millersburg. Although my current contract runs through December 31st, 2025, I respectfully request the village accept my resignation and agree to an earlier mutual termination effective as soon as practicable. However, if the village prefers, I am willing to serve out the remaining term of my contract in a transitional capacity while details regarding the successor are worked out. I am committed to ensuring a smooth and cooperative transition. The specific arrangements for that transition can be addressed through further discussion in a spirit of mutual respect and good faith. Thank you again for the opportunity to serve the village for so many years. I wish the council and the community continued growth, peace, and prosperity. Sincerely, Robert B. Hines. So, thank you very much, and that's all I have.
All right, thank you. Committee reports. Bobby.
I kind of already covered that. We
Yeah.
had a budget finance committee and kind of let you know where we were all at on that, so that's it.
And most of you were here for the quick record commission meeting. All right, we'll move on. Legislation, a resolution 2025-17 by title only. A second reading, a resolution authorizing the transfer of sums from the general fund to the street maintenance and repair fund, to the cemetery operating fund, to the police disability and pension fund, and to the sidewalk replacement fund. Are there any questions? Okay. Resolution 2025-20 by title only, first reading. A resolution approving participation in the new national opioid settlements with Alvogen, Amneal, Apotex, Hikma, Indivior, Mylan, Sun, and Zydus. Are there any questions? Yes, I had to look up how to pronounce some of those. Okay, old unfinished business. Some of these things that are complete, we are going to move on. I have starred 10 items to talk about tonight. Bob, we're going to start with F, Shoemaker, discussion concerning promotion of village. Can we get a meeting set with Taylor? She's on vacation this week, but can we work on a meeting sometime this month to sit down with her?
Yes, I'm open.
Okay.
My thing is, why doesn't she attend the Holmes County Planning Commission when a lot of this information comes out?
I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm available anytime.
Okay, all right, I'll try and get that worked out. Council rules. Tom, do you want to take the lead on that?
Sure. The only thing that changed from the last meeting was Rule 34, which was included in the packet today to try to clarify executive sessions. I did not hear from anybody with any concerns, so I assume we're ready to move forward with approving them.
Okay. Are there any questions or discussion?
Tom, I reread them again tonight, and is that a typo? What exactly, that sentence?
Which part of it? A vote.
With an affirmative vote of all by a majority of the council. What is an affirmative vote of all? Should it be aye?
A vote to adjourn into executive session must be made by roll call with an affirmative vote of all by a majority of council.
That phrase doesn't make sense to me. Maybe that's a remnant from the old rules, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that we changed that.
The old one said, a vote to adjourn into executive session must be made by roll call by a majority of council.
Roll call, okay.
That's what it said prior. Because I looked that up too, because I thought, I don't know that it needs to be, according to the Ohio Revised Code, it just needs to be a majority to go into executive session, not,
Okay.
not unanimous.
Okay.
So with an affirmative vote,
It says all by a majority, a vote of all by majority. Which, the phrasing of that is kind of cumbersome. I'm not sure what that,
With an affirmative vote by a majority of the council and just take out of all.
yeah. Okay, other than that, I'm good.
Okay. Are you guys ready to vote on the council rules, or do you want to wait for the next council meeting, or what do you guys want to do with that?
I'm ready to vote.
Ready to
Yeah.
vote? Okay, does somebody want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve any changes regarding the council rules.
I'll second. Khan,
Aye.
Kellogg,
Aye.
Pullen, Hofstadter,
Aye.
Vaughn,
Aye.
Shoemaker.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. We got the post office crosswalk, so we're gonna take that off the list. The Worcester Road Waterline Project, I'm still waiting to hear from Troy Balderson's office. I have not heard. I did hear about the planning grant that we put in through Ohio Jobs. So the first round, they denied us, and the second round, they came back and said that they would approve our planning program. So I sent her an email and said that Nate comes back from vacation at the end of the week, and we will get together and get with her and find out what the next steps are for that. So just so everybody's aware. We heard about the downtown sidewalk project, indigent burial site, still waiting for a ceremony date on that. Street signs, we heard about that. Bids for landscaping and solicitor. We are working on those. Is that correct, Bobby?
I believe so.
Okay, so those are in process. The hydrant flushing has been happening for the last 2 weeks, Chad.
Well, at least, yeah, probably.
So
They're continuing, I know yesterday they were still flushing some, so.
yeah, so we're still on that. I did look up some things about medical providers in the county. The hospital can issue some sign-on bonuses. The hospital can also leverage for state and federal programs that would give student loan repayment assistance. And the hospital can work with medical schools and residency programs to get medical providers here. So I did have someone reach out to me the other day that the new CEO of the hospital wants to sit down and have a conversation with me, and so we will sit down and have that conversation.
Okay.
But I just wanted you to know that most of the things in order to get people here is going to need to be done by the hospital. So,
Who's the new CEO?
was in the
she's
paper,
a girl,
yeah.
yeah, Susan, I want to say Susan, but
It was in
don't,
the bargain hunt.
don't
There was
quote
a big
me.
write-up
Yeah.
about it.
I didn't see it.
yeah. So I'm excited to sit down and have a conversation with her. Does anyone else have anything on the older unfinished business?
If we could go back to council rules, I'm assuming we
Sure.
want to make that effective at the next meeting, so I don't know if we want to get some of the forms on our website so that they're available and
Yeah.
here in the council room in
And
case
out
somebody's
there.
late.
Yeah.
We're gonna enforce that, right?
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Tom, thanks for your work on that.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you
That
very
took a
much.
lot of work, I'm sure.
And if we are moving ahead with the sidewalk project, how long do we want to wait to talk about N, rules for merchandise on village sidewalks?
I'm ready whenever you are. We just thought, I think as a whole, or you did as a council, as soon as they would start that project, I think would be a great time to for me to go to the residents, or not the residents, the business people, say, hey, here's our ordinance. We need to start enforcing this with the new sidewalks in your area.
Okay,
And that way, because we're still unsure how far we're gonna get
okay,
east.
okay.
So if that's okay, but if there's any problems, you know, I can enforce now too, if there is any issues or anything like that. But I looked at it the other day when they were out moving stuff around, so I knew it's coming.
Okay.
If you're okay with it,
Yeah,
but
that's
if
fine.
not, I can,
I mean,
I'd like to get it dead, you know, how far we're going up there. 'Cause
Right.
I just don't know, it seems to all be within this last
This
It does.
block.
it
block.
does, yeah.
So, we just thought it'd be a nice, easy way to enforce
Okay.
that, I guess.
Yep, very good.
Does that sound good? Did you want to change that 30 inches, or did you want to just make sure it was being enforced?
Well, I think we had talked about potentially not, only during business hours kind of stuff, but that, that's a discussion to be had.
One of my biggest concerns is right now, there's some, old stuff, old utilities, cracks and things like that that we're gonna, of course, fix. But at that present time, it kinda narrows down things even more, but, this way we can keep an eye on that. If it's getting too close to that, we gotta have room for at least two people to pass each other,
Right.
so. Not a problem, but
Well,
We'll
maybe
look at-
that's something in the next month to talk to the business owners, and you guys can talk to some residents and see what they think about changing that for during business hours, or leaving it how it is.
and just remember, we're not gonna be probably any wider,
Right.
so.
Right.
Sure businesses, but they need a little bit of room, but we can measure it too, and I can take a look.
Okay. Okay, we'll talk more about that at the next council meeting then. All right, anyone have any new business?
Yeah.
Steve McKinney.
Yeah, Steve McKinney started it today, so I was out and talked to him, our new maintenance worker, so he knows everybody, of course, so it's an easy fit,
Good,
so
good.
seemed happy.
And Mr. Kiner started?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, all right, great. Any visitors wish to address council at this time? Okay, we need a motion to adjourn into executive session pursuant to Ohio Revised Code, Section 121.22G1, to consider the appointment and employment of a public employee or official.
Second.
Poland. Hofstadter.
Aye.
Kellogg.
Aye.
Khan.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
And Shoemaker.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Have a great evening.